Hi guys, so today I'm going to show you what I think is the best way to dust your Schleich. Here I have my old stable barn here, and normally I try to keep it pretty clean, but I actually let it go dusty just for this video. So yeah, this hasn't been dusted for a while and it is looking a bit grim, but hopefully it will be easier to show you what I mean. And the tool that I'm going to start using to show you, and it is this. This is just a normal makeup brush. This particular one has a fan-shaped end, but any makeup brush will do. And the reason I like to use this is because of how soft they are. Like, I don't have to worry about anything getting scratched or getting damaged, especially when you have like really delicate pieces. Not necessarily Schleich, but just ornaments in general, I think this works really well for. I actually came up with this idea myself, but I'm sure other people have probably come up with this too. In like general cleaning tips, I have seen people suggest using a paintbrush, but for me I prefer a makeup brush just because, like I said, they're so soft and I never worry about anything getting damaged with them. To me it's kind of like having a miniature feather duster. And I am going to show you exactly what I mean here. So yeah, pretty dusty at the moment, but honestly I do not normally keep it like that. This was purely for this video. So yeah, I will show you what I mean and you can see it at work yourself. What I absolutely love about this is how you can get into all the tiny little parts that a normal like cloth or duster wouldn't be able to reach. I will just show you here when I just use a cloth on here. Even if you try really hard, there's still all these tiny little bits that you miss around the edges, but with this you can just really easily get to them. There we go, that's so much better. You could even just use the cloth for the main parts and then only use the makeup brush for the details if you prefer. And that looks way better already. This is the side I haven't done. And that's the side I have. And then there is my much cleaner looking roof. This is where this also shines out, is all these little hard to reach areas, especially in between all of here. And what I found this also works well on is Schleich models. So I've tried to choose some fairly dark models so you can hopefully see the difference. He's a little bit more shiny now. So hopefully you can see a bit of a difference there. The part that's really good about this is getting in between all the parts of the mane, because if you let them go dusty for a really long time, their mane and tail actually starts to go a bit grey. Like, I've bought some models before and I've seen that they've had a bit of a grey mane, but then I've just dusted it and it's been completely fine. It was just a little dusty, that was all. So I'm going to try to show you here. This is like an extreme example of where it's gone very grey. I believe this is actually mud and not dust. I bought this model like this. But this was the model I found that looked the most grey in the main, so hopefully you can kind of see what I mean when I dust him. I'm not sure you'll be able to really see the difference there because my models aren't hugely dusty at the moment, but I think it's made a bit of an improvement. Now, I'm going to try something different with this guy because dusting will not work for him. You can also do this on your Schleich accessories if they require a bit more scrubbing, which is use a clean toothbrush. And I'm going to try this with a bit of water. You could put a little bit of soap if you really wanted to, but I'd only use a really tiny amount if you are going to use soap. I haven't actually tried this before, so I am going to see if this works. If it doesn't, I know another technique that definitely will work. I believe this is just a medium toothbrush, and it doesn't have to be anything expensive, it can just be something cheap. I think this was like a pack of 3 for 99p or something. Now, it looks like it's working, but I won't know for sure until he's dried, because sometimes you wet things down and it looks like it's worked, but then when it dries you realise it hasn't. So that's more what his mane's supposed to look like. But while he dries, I will show you my final technique, and this is for really fine details. So I have tried this before on another model and it worked really well, and it's just using a toothpick to get the mud out. You have to be fairly delicate with this, but I didn't have to be as delicate as what I thought I had to be when I did this the last time I did this. The model was actually much more sturdy than what I thought it was going to be. The problem with this technique is it is very time consuming, but it does work. It worked very well when I did it the first time, because you have to individually scrape every single part out. So yeah, this one takes a lot of patience, but it is slowly working. I've done this half, not so much this half. This was what the other side looked like. So it is definitely working, just slowly. And so this is what this tail looks like now. I haven't got every single last detail out of it. This is just an example. I'm not sure with this technique that you can get every last detail out of it anyway, because some parts are really hard to reach, but it's definitely a big improvement. That's before and that's after. And this part, it looks like it's worked a little bit, but it does actually look like it's worked quite well, so maybe if I did it a bit more thoroughly, it would work even better. So yeah, I tried doing it a bit more thoroughly this time, and it seemed to work even better, so this is quite a good technique, I'd say. It even managed to reach some of the areas of the tail I couldn't get with the toothpick. The only part I haven't done now is this side of the mane. There might be a couple of places that will be really hard to reach, which you might have to just use the toothpick for that, because the head on this toothbrush is quite large. It can't probably reach everywhere that you need it to between the legs or whatever. But yeah, overall that was a really good technique as well. So yeah, I think that just about concludes this video. So I hope you found this useful. These are just techniques I've personally learnt through trial and error. If you have any other techniques you use, feel free to share them in the comments. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in another video soon. Have a nice day. Bye.